When you hear words like Taliban,
I spoke to the leader of the Taliban.
Bomb blast has rocked Taliban.
Mujahideen,
Today, Islamic Jihad.
or terrorist,
Days after the deadly terror attack in
what comes to mind? For most people, it's war and fear. But are all these groups really the same? Or have they been misunderstood, mixed up, or misused in headlines and politics? By the end of this video, you'll be able to clearly separate the Taliban, the Mujahideen, and terrorists, not through opinions, but through history, facts, and real examples. So let's ask the hard questions. Who are the Taliban? Who were the Mujahideen? And what truly defines a terrorist? Who are the Taliban? The word Talib means student in Pashto, specifically a student at a religious school called a madrasa. The plural of Talib is Taliban. So originally, Taliban just referred to a group of religious students. But in the 1990s, after years of war in Afghanistan, the word took on a whole new meaning. The Taliban became a political and religious movement that wanted to enforce strict Islamic law across Afghanistan. They took over Kabul in 1996 and ruled until 2001. Some people supported them at first, hoping they'd bring stability after years of civil war. The best example of Taliban is, after the US entered Afghanistan in 2001, the Taliban said they were protecting their country's culture, religion, and freedom. They believed they were fighting against foreign soldiers who were harming local people. In some villages where the government had no control, the Taliban provided their own rules and protection. Some people supported them for this, but many others disagreed and said the Taliban were too strict and unfair, especially toward women and girls. Whether people see them as protectors or not depends on how they were affected. Who are the Mujahideen? The word Mujahid comes from Arabic. It means someone who struggles, or someone who fights for a cause. The plural is Mujahideen. Back in the 1980s, when the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan, many local fighters came together to protect their land and religion. These fighters were called the Mujahideen, which means those who struggle. They fought a long war in the mountains against a much stronger army. After 10 years of fighting, the Soviet Union finally left Afghanistan in 1989. The Mujahideen were seen as heroes by many people for defending their country. Who are terrorists? Now, third on the list, terrorists. Terrorists are those who fight only for their own personal goals, not for religion or people. They use violence, fear, and destruction, often targeting innocent civilians. Their actions destroy peace, not protect it. That's the key difference. The best example of terrorist is, on December 16, 2014, a tragic terrorist attack took place at the Army Public School in Peshawar, Pakistan. Armed militants from the group Terrorist entered the school and opened fire on students and teachers. The attackers went classroom to classroom, killing 149 people, including 132 children. It was one of the deadliest attacks in Pakistan's history and left the entire nation in deep shock and sorrow. The attack was condemned across the world and led to major changes in Pakistan's counterterrorism policy. Today, the APS tragedy is remembered as a symbol of sacrifice, unity, and national resilience. So now you know the difference. Taliban started as religious students who turned into a political movement. Mujahideen are fighters who struggle for faith and freedom. Terrorists use violence to spread fear for personal or political gain. Hope this clears things up. If you learned something new, hit that like button and share it with someone who's still confused. Thank you so much for watching.